For more than 3 decades, this woman has perfected the art of stealing without ever opening her wallet. She strolls into high-end boutiques like she owns the place, ignoring every price tag in sight. Chanel foundation, Hermès perfume. She sweeps them all into her basket without hesitation. When she reaches the counter, the cashier assumes she's a wealthy shopper and greets her warmly. With a calm, almost bored expression, the woman says, "Hi, I need to return these." She looks completely collected, showing zero concern. The cashier politely asks for a receipt or the card used for the purchase, standard policy. Acting offended, the woman sighs, "These still have the tags, I bought them last week." But the cashier won't budge, so she switches tactics. "Fine, forget the return, at least give me a shopping bag." Thinking nothing of it, the cashier hands one over. She packs everything inside and simply walks out with all the merchandise, no questions asked. Her next stop, a luxury 5-star hotel. She spots a couple checking out and quietly memorizes their names and room number. After they leave, she calls the front desk pretending to be them and requests an extra night's extension. The receptionist approves it immediately. She slips into the room while housekeeping is cleaning, claiming she just needs rest, and ends up staying there for free. The fur coat and suitcase she now carries? She lifted those from right outside the elevator. Every move she makes is effortless, like she's gliding through the perfect scam. Her name is Debbie. 5 years ago she was jailed for fraud, but now that she's out, she plans to reclaim everything she thinks she's owed. The following day, Debbie reconnects with her old friend Lou, who runs an illegal liquor operation. Debbie unveils the scheme she has been shaping for half a decade, stealing a $150 million diamond necklace. But pulling off something this big requires a team. After days of scouting, Debbie and Lou recruit fashion designer Rose, jeweler Amita, hacker 9, pickpocket Constance, and Tammy, who flips stolen goods from her quiet suburban home. With this lineup, the all-female heist crew is complete. Debbie lays out the mission. Every year, the museum holds a massive gala, and the next one is only 2 weeks away. Their target is actress Daphne Kluger. The plan is simple: get Daphne to borrow the priceless necklace as her accessory for the night. Once it's around her neck, they can make their move. To get close to Daphne, they use Rose as the entry point. They pay to engineer a meeting between Rose and a major celebrity, then leak it online to make Rose seem like the next big designer. The trick works. Daphne quickly becomes interested. The next day, Daphne invites Rose to lunch. Rose pretends to casually mention that she's designing a gown for Daphne's rival. Panicked at the thought of being outshined, Daphne hires Rose on the spot to create her gala outfit. Rose subtly suggests she wear the famous diamond necklace to truly dominate the spotlight. Daphne, eager to be the center of attention, becomes obsessed with it. Phase 1, complete. Next they need a perfect duplicate. The original necklace has been locked underground for 40 years and is worth a fortune. While studying it, Rose's glasses secretly scan every detail and send the measurements to a 3D printer. Using cubic zirconia, they create an identical replica within days. If everything works, each woman walks away with $20 million. 9 breaks into the museum's security system while the team studies the building inside out. Debbie decides the switch will happen in the bathroom. One member will remove the necklace from Daphne, pass it to a waiter, and get it backstage. Amita, working undercover as a dishwasher, will break it down into smaller pieces and sneak it out. The plan unfolds perfectly. Lou sits back, utterly relaxed, thinking, "This is why Debbie is my best friend. She never misses." 9 manipulates the security cameras to create a blind spot outside the bathroom. Tammy, working the gala staff, gets the seating chart and notices an empty seat next to Daphne. Exactly what Debbie wanted. Debbie gives Tammy a name and tells her to make sure that person ends up beside the actress. Clearly, Debbie has motives beyond the necklace. Everything is set until disaster hits. With less than 10 hours before the gala, Rose reports a major problem. The necklace has a specialized locking mechanism that can only be opened with a unique tool. Pretending to be curious, Rose asks a guard to demonstrate the lock and secretly records the entire process, sending the footage to Debbie. Still, without the actual key, the plan could crumble. That's when 9 suddenly remembers. Her sister is a legendary locksmith. She dialed her sister, hoping for advice on how to unlock the necklace. To her surprise, her sister instantly recognized the mechanism and crafted the exact tool needed. Within hours, the key arrived. With that final piece in place, the operation was ready to launch. As the gala kicked off, the actress stepped out of her limousine, instantly stealing the spotlight. Cameras flashed non-stop, capturing the $150 million diamond necklace sparkling under the venue lights. Inside, the 7 women had already blended seamlessly into various roles throughout the event, each preparing for their part of the heist. Lou, working undercover in the kitchen, slipped a nausea-inducing additive into the actress's food. The poor woman had been wearing her dress for 2 days and was ravenous, so she ate without hesitation. Minutes later, severe stomach cramps hit, and she rushed toward the bathroom with her bodyguard following. Right outside the restroom, the pickpocket had already locked almost every stall, leaving only one vacant. As the actress knelt over the toilet, vomiting, the pickpocket pretended to comfort her. The moment her head dipped forward, the necklace was lifted cleanly from her neck. When a waiter passed by, the thief casually set the necklace on his tray, sending it straight toward the kitchen. In the back, Amita retrieved the necklace from a sink she had prepped earlier. After confirming it was genuine, she hurried into a storage room, opened a hidden case, and began breaking the necklace into smaller pieces with the tools she'd stashed. Meanwhile, the actress stumbled out of the bathroom only to find her bodyguard staring at her now bare neck. Panic erupted instantly. Security initiated a complete lockdown, sweeping the museum and inspecting every guest. One officer moved toward the kitchen, but Hacker 9 sent a warning to Tammy. Thinking fast, Tammy pulled the replica necklace from her shoe and acted like she had just discovered it lying near the fountain. All attention shifted to her. At that moment, Amita finished dismantling the real necklace and passed the diamond pieces to the pickpocket, who distributed them among the crew. When the gala finally wrapped up, the 7 women walked out looking flawless, each wearing a piece of the stolen treasure disguised as jewelry. Back home, the group celebrated, joking about whether their first purchase should be a mansion or a brand new Tesla. But the mood crashed when the actress suddenly pounded on their door. The crew froze until she marched in, dropped her stern act, and smiled. Turns out, she had figured out the scheme earlier. When Rose secretly recorded the guard unlocking the necklace, the actress had seen the reflection in a mirror. Instead of reporting them, Debbie approached her with an offer: work together and make the job foolproof. The actress agreed. They had even prepared a perfect scapegoat: the man seated next to her at the gala, who happened to be Debbie's sleazy ex-boyfriend. Years earlier, he had tricked Debbie into signing a contract that sent her to prison for 5 years, while he walked away untouched. She took the fall for him out of love, only to discover later that he had betrayed her without hesitation. Those long years behind bars were spent crafting her revenge. So when the necklace vanished during the gala, the FBI immediately suspected Debbie. But without evidence, they turned their focus to her ex. The actress slipped the biggest diamond piece into his pocket and anonymously sent a photo to the police. It wasn't enough for a conviction until Debbie set the final trap. She arranged for several elderly clients to appear at auction houses around the city, selling off pieces of the necklace. All the earnings were transferred directly into her ex-boyfriend's bank account. With millions suddenly appearing under his name, the authorities had no choice but to arrest him. Debbie's revenge was complete, but then came the big question: if the money was funneled into his account, did the crew end up with nothing? Debbie and Lou exchanged smirks. Debbie opened the fridge, and inside was a glittering stash of stolen diamond jewelry worth even more than the necklace itself. While security was panicking over the missing diamonds, Debbie had arranged for another thief to swipe the rest of the gem displays from the event. Each woman would now walk away with double their original cut, enough to retire several times over. Their plan had succeeded beyond expectations. And just like that, the crew of 7 walked into their happily ever after. That wraps up Ocean's 8. Now here's your question. If you had to choose between $20 million and your true love, what would you take? Comment 1 for the money, or 2 for love. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more.